Which U.S. president do you think was the best all-time U.S. president? I want to tell you about our top of the best U.S. presidents. Before the video starts, please subscribe to the channel and like the video so that we will be motivated to make new and interesting videos for you. Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, 2009 to 2017, made history as the first African American to hold the office. Leading the country through the Great Recession, he implemented the Affordable Care Act Obamacare, expanding healthcare access to millions. His administration focused on climate change, education, and economic recovery, while also overseeing the operation that led to the death of Osama bin Laden, a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Obama remains a global advocate for democracy, leadership, and social justice, inspiring millions with his vision for change and unity. Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, 1981 to 1989, played a key role in ending the Cold War and revitalizing the U.S. economy. His Reaganomics policies focused on tax cuts, deregulation, and economic growth, leading to one of the longest peacetime expansions in history. Known as the Great Communicator, Reagan strengthened American military power and pushed for democracy worldwide. His leadership helped bring down the Soviet Union, symbolized by his famous speech, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." His legacy continues to shape modern conservative politics. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, 1961–1963, was a dynamic leader who inspired a generation with his vision for progress and global leadership. During his presidency, he navigated the Cuban Missile Crisis, preventing nuclear war, and launched the Apollo space program, setting the stage for the moon landing. A strong advocate for civil rights, he laid the groundwork for major social reforms. His famous words, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," continue to inspire people worldwide. His assassination in 1963 left an enduring legacy of hope and leadership. Harry S. Truman, the 33rd President of the United States, 1945 to 1953, led the country through the final stages of World War II and the early years of the Cold War. He made the controversial decision to use atomic bombs on Japan, bringing the war to an end. Truman also introduced the Marshall Plan, which helped rebuild Europe, and established the Truman Doctrine, a key policy in containing Soviet expansion. His leadership shaped modern U.S. foreign policy, and his famous motto, "The buck stops here," reflected his strong sense of responsibility and decisive leadership. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, 1953 to 1961, was a former World War II Supreme Commander who led the nation through a period of economic growth and global tension. He championed the creation of the interstate highway system, transforming U.S. infrastructure and strength and national defense during the Cold War. His Eisenhower Doctrine aimed to contain Soviet influence in the Middle East, a leader known for diplomacy and stability. He warned against the dangers of the military-industrial complex, leaving a lasting impact on U.S. policy and global leadership. Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, 1801 to 1809, was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and a champion of democracy and individual rights. As president, he doubled the size of the U.S. with the Louisiana Purchase, expanding the nation's territory. He also supported scientific advancement and founded the University of Virginia. A strong believer in limited government, Jefferson's vision of liberty and self-governance helped shape the foundation of American democracy, making him one of the most influential leaders in U.S. history. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, 1901 to 1909, was a dynamic leader who reshaped the presidency with his progressive policies and strong leadership. Known as a trust buster, he fought against corporate monopolies and pushed for fair business practices. Roosevelt expanded national parks and conservation efforts, preserving millions of acres of land. His big stick foreign policy strengthened America's global influence, leading to the construction of the Panama Canal. A war hero, adventurer, and reformer, Roosevelt's bold vision and energetic leadership left a lasting impact on the U.S. George Washington, the first President of the United States, 1789 to 1797, set the foundation for American democracy and leadership. As the commander of the Continental Army, he led the U.S. to victory in the Revolutionary War. As president, he established key government institutions, promoted national unity, and voluntarily stepped down after 2 terms, setting a precedent for peaceful transitions of power. His leadership and vision shaped the young nation, earning him the title Father of his country. His legacy continues to inspire leadership and patriotism in the U.S. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, 1933 to 1945, led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, becoming the only U.S. president elected to 4 terms. His New Deal policies helped rebuild the economy, creating jobs and social programs like Social Security. During World War II, he played a key role in shaping the Allied strategy, leading the U.S. to victory. Despite battling polio, Roosevelt's resilience and leadership restored hope and transformed America into a global superpower, leaving a lasting impact on economic and foreign policy. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, 1861 to 1865, led the nation through its greatest crisis, the Civil War, and preserved the Union. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which paved the way for the abolition of slavery, and delivered the iconic Gettysburg Address, redefining democracy and freedom. Lincoln's leadership and unwavering commitment to unity and equality reshaped America. Tragically, he was assassinated in 1865, but his legacy as one of the greatest U.S. presidents lives on, symbolizing strength, justice, and perseverance.